Most lightweight hiking boots force you to give up on either comfort, stability, or real trail grip. The Adidas Terrex Free Hiker 3 does not. Most YouTube reviews tell you what the boot is supposed to do. This review will show you what it actually does. We bought the Terrex Hiker 3 with our own money. This video is completely unsponsored, and you're going to see real testing, not recycled specs and brand talking points. It's one of the most comfortable lightweight boots I've tested, but at $200, the real question is whether the performance justifies the price. By the end, you'll know exactly who should buy it, who should skip it, and whether it's actually worth your money. Comfort is where the Terrex Hiker 3 begins to separate itself from most lightweight hiking boots. Many boots save weight by stripping away cushioning. This one does not. The first thing I noticed was how well the footbed conformed to my foot. It felt similar to the Hoka Anacapa 2, but with a lower stack, meaning your foot is lower to the ground, and a more controlled ride. On the trail, the impact absorption was the real standout. The heel sits at 41 millimeters. On uneven limestone descents, I felt noticeably less impact through my joints than I do in most boots at this weight category. That is the high contrast difference here. You get great shock absorption without the bulk of a heavy boot. The flex point also lined up naturally with my arch, a key difference maker in flat terrain. Instead of fighting the boot through each step, I'm moving faster and roll forward more efficiently. The heel padding worked just as well. On a sense, my heel pressed back into the plush cushioning section here without creating hot spots or pressure. The toe box provides ample space, ensuring a secure fit without compromising stability. So this isn't soft for just the sake of being soft, it feels cushioned, but still controlled and firm. It feels spacious but locked in. And at 14 ounces per boot, it's one of the lightest boots we have tested to date. The trade-off is warmth. This is not the most breathable boot. I would not choose it for summer hiking. But if your priority is long distance comfort, impact absorption, and a lighter feel without sacrificing support, this is one of the stronger parts of this boot, so comfort rated a 9 out of 10. Now, if these boots are already on your short list, don't pay full price before checking the links below. You may find a discount and using them costs you nothing extra, but it makes all the difference to our business, helping us buy gear ourselves and keep producing unsponsored, unbiased reviews with real testing and that cinematic trail footage. All right, back to the review. Now let's talk about traction. Most lightweight hiking boots feel fast on dry trails, but they lose their edge when the terrain turns wet and steep. That's where the Terrex 3 proved it was more than just a comfortable boot. Adidas uses the Continental rubber outsole, yes, literally the tire company. I measured the lugs at 5 millimeters. But lug depth is only part of the story. The lug pattern is what really separates this boot. You get double chevron lugs along the medial and lateral edges here, and it definitely helped me hold a better edge on uneven terrain instead of sliding sideways. At the front and the back of the boot, the lugs run in a more horizontal pattern. That gave me better bite on climbs and more control on descents. I tested these on dirt single track, shale, limestone, basalt, and sandstone to ensure this was an objective and unbiased score instead of just assessing them on a single hike as most reviews do. The outsole is firm enough that it didn't fold around the sharp edges or feel unstable underfoot. That mattered most on uneven basalt where the softer outsole can feel vague and unpredictable. It also has a flared heel design here, which increases that surface area contact. What that does is it spreads the force out and reduces slipping on impact. So if you heel strike on descents, as everybody does, you'll get a wider landing area and more grip, especially when the trail is wet. But the most important test came on wet, rocky inclines. No slipping, no hesitation, no need to change how I was stepping. And that's a big difference between traction that looks aggressive and traction you can actually trust. The trade-off is this is still not the best boot I would choose for deep mud. For wet rock, uneven terrain, steep climbs, technical trails, the grip was excellent. And Adidas did it without using Vibram or Contagrip. That's the part most people will overlook, so traction we rated a 9 out of 10. Now let's talk overall protection. A lot of lightweight boots cut protection to save that weight. The Terrex 3 does do that in a few areas, so important to pay attention here. The upper here is a synthetic ripstop mesh that feels much stronger than the thin material you usually see on trail runners. After technical trails and off-trail hiking, I didn't notice any major rips or tears, but the material does get thinner along the sides of the boot here. That hasn't failed me during testing, but it's the first area I would watch over time. The bigger issue here is the toe bumper. It only protects the center of the toe box, so your big toe, little toes are exposed if you kick a root, catch the side of a rock. One thing Adidas could have done is added a TPU overlay along the sides and across more of the toe box, like on the Salomon X Ultra 5. That definitely would have improved protection, but also that would have added weight and taken away from what makes this boot feel so light, so the trade-off is clear. Get enough protection for normal hiking in most technical trails, but not that armored feel of a rugged backpacking boot. So overall protection, we scored that a 4 out of 5. Now, water resistance. Terrex Free Hiker 3 uses Gore-Tex. It passed our 10-minute submersion test, no leaks, multiple creek crossings, still dry. The real win is the synthetic ripstop upper. It doesn't hold in water like leather. It dries faster and doesn't stay heavy. It's good for wet trails and unpredictable weather. The downside is it runs warm. The Gore-Tex and the padding limit airflow, especially in the summer. If you want maximum breathability, look elsewhere. If you want a lightweight boot that stays dry and doesn't stay soaked, this one delivers. Water resistance, a great 5 out of 5. Now let's talk about fit. Roomy boots usually mean a sloppy fit. Not here. The Free Hiker 3 gives space without the movement. I wore my usual size 10.5. It fits true, wide toe box, nice secure upper. Didn't have any toe squeeze, no foot slide, no hot spots, no pressure points or heel slip. No special lacing needed. The heel padding locks you in without rubbing. Do not size up, do not size down. Stick to your normal size. If you want space without losing control, this works. Fit, we rated a 4.5 out of 5. Next is stability and support. Most hiking boots rely on plastic shanks or rigid posts for stability. This one does not. It gets support from the shape of the boot itself. The upper wraps closely around your foot and keeps it from moving inside the boot. While I was side hilling, my foot stayed completely planted, no shifting. That matters because the internal movement is what turns uneven terrain into fatigue and loss of your footing. The ankle support was also better than I expected. I didn't feel any wobbling on technical trails, and the padding around the cuff kept the support from feeling too harsh or restrictive. The wide sole is the reason why this boot feels so stable. It spreads the force across a broader platform, which gives you more control when the trail pushes you off center. Just to explain that real quick, a wider base here in the boot increases your contact with the ground. That helps distribute your body weight more evenly instead of concentrating pressure on a small area like here in the middle of the boot. On uneven trails, that means fewer sudden shifts and balance and less strain on your ankles as they try to compensate. It also improves traction by allowing more of that outsole to contact the terrain, reducing slips. The result is simple. It feels stable without feeling overbuilt. The trade-off is agility. The wider platform offers control but lacks that quickness and narrow profile of something like the Salomon Elixir Active. Suitable for secure footing on uneven terrain, not ideal for precision or agility. Stability and support, we rated a 4.5 out of 5. Now our last category, value. A $200 hiking boot needs to earn it, and the Terrex Hiker 3 mostly does. It's very comfortable, well cushioned, and stable for its weight. The impact absorption stands out, especially on longer days, but it's not for casual hikers. If you stick to easy trails, this is overkill. This is for hikers who want lightweight comfort with real support and traction on varied terrain. It's expensive and you're paying for that comfort and stability. If that's what you need, the price makes sense. If not, it doesn't. Our value score is a 4.5 out of 5. And our overall score after all that is added up is an 8.9 out of 10. Check the links below before you buy. It costs you nothing extra but makes all the difference to our business. A lot of YouTube reviewers get the gear for free and tell you what the brand says. We buy every product ourselves, test it objectively, and show you on the camera what it actually does. Using those links helps keep these reviews unsponsored, unbiased, and focused on the truth, not keeping brands happy. And if you're tired of the same recycled gear reviews and want real, no BS testing, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join a growing crew that actually cares about honest results. We've got a ton of fresh, unsponsored, unbiased testing dropping this summer, and you won't want to miss it. Also, check out our website, mountaineerjourney.com, where you can read the full written review here, as well as our comparison guides and best of guides, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.